Hello viewers, and welcome back to Renowned Explorers. This episode's going up a little bit later than I'd like, but you know what they say. Life finds a way to prevent you from recording Renowned Explorers and posting it on YouTube. I thought it was an oddly specific line when I saw Jurassic Park, but now I see, really, what it was prescient. Ian Malcolm's a strange character. Pinkerton has sent you to this lost island because of all the stuff that we now know to be on the island. We're sort of like time travelers. We have seen the future. Unfortunately, we're spotted by an anti-explorer patrol. Patrol Charlie, in fact. Same one, always. I feel like Patrol Charlie is the only one that's doing any work. Alright, so we are in a position, we have 18 supplies plus 1 supply for every encounter that we finish friendly. We are in a position to see a tremendous amount of this island. Alright, these guys are weak against Excite. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. Oh, I was going to try to set up a thing so that Hildegard, I was going to try to set up Devious so that we'd have the friendly damage buff so that Hildegard could, get her one-shot on, but apparently she can just one-shot them trivially. Without even having to worry about it. So I think what I'm going to do is... They are resistant to that, unfortunately. They're not that resistant to this. Now, let's do that. Terrifying. We'll use the buff for Padrino instead. Actually, hold on. So yeah, he should be able to do a pretty significant amount of damage to both of them. Yeah, we're not going to get a kill out of it, but I really light those two up, and then she can just run over here and one-shot this guy. Who doesn't love magic? You know, actually, it was a stage magician that really got me into loving stand-up comedy. It's a weird story. If you are a child of the 90s, which is to say born in the 80s and then of a certain age during the 90s, you probably remember Comedy Central used to show a lot of stand-up comedy like during the day. And there was this guy who had, I think, at least one, maybe even 2 Comedy Central specials called The Amazing Jonathan. And that dude is the dude that that dude is the reason that I have the interest in stand-up comedy that I do have. He brought me in with the promise of magic tricks. So we have 6 points in this attitude. I don't think I do want to go aggressive. I'm concerned that I might moving from friendly to aggressive, I believe, cuts in half the number of points you have in friendly. And then we'd have a point of aggressive from hitting, a point of aggressive from killing an enemy in that mode, and then the extra points from it being our current mood. I think that that's too much. And then we're going to dance like this. So Hildegard's in the center of the action a little bit more. And the only one of us without a big defensive buff is Padrino, who should, yeah, be able to survive just fine. If you're not familiar with The Amazing Jonathan, I strongly recommend looking that dude's act up on YouTube. There's probably something up on YouTube. I don't know that for sure. Alright, the anti-explorers have grown to like you and tolerate your presence. Okay, you can take a day off on this private island. Just don't go any further into the island in the numbing fog, okay? Yeah, we're just gonna sit here in this little tiny part of the beach. Alright, we can just smell the renown in the air. Whatever happens, it will be something big. That's true. I actually don't know which ending we're going to pursue with this party. I suppose it makes the most sense to pursue the anti-explorer leader, right? Because we probably don't have the, well, actually, wait, how many points of naturalist did we end up with? Just 4? Yeah, we probably don't... Well, actually, no, we could fight the T-Rex. Yeah, that might be what we do. We have 5 points of athlete for the We have athlete and survivalist for the challenges leading up to the T-Rex. Okay, yeah. It might be that. It might be T-Rex time. I suppose we'll start this way. You find a group of anti-explorer elitists, but they don't seem to be doing anything anti-explorer-like. These people look a little spoiled. You can tell it's the haircut. Every tiny little bit that you look like Tony Stark, you know. I'm just here because my family would disown me if I didn't serve my anti-explorer duties. I just want to drink some preposterously expensive wine in my mansion, to be quite frank. Well, given that they don't really care, shouldn't be too hard to convince them. Wow, this is remarkably low. Oh, I guess she doesn't actually have that many points of diplomat, does she? We kind of focused in. We only have one tool. Minus 25% speech would be bad, but there's a treasure to be gained. I can't tool yet, right? I need it for the T-Rex. Minus 25% speech. Alright, I think we're not going to go for it. I'll feel so dumb if this doesn't work. I shouldn't have done that. I should have taken it safe. Okay, it worked out, but I don't think that was worth the risk. To the elitist surprise, they actually enjoy Hildegard's presence. Everybody seems to. With the right diplomatic approach and etiquette, Hildegard gains the elitist's favor. Well, since you're such a remarkably well-versed explorer, you can have this secret medallion. You need it more than we do. Alright, it's been a little while since I played. We want to go... Yep, our collect tokens are more renowned. So hey, that's cool. Medal of Secrecy. Medal of Failure to Maintain Secrecy. A cute dog all alone. This girl's very happy to see some humans again. Poor thing must have been lonely. Her tag reads Regina. You can't just leave a lonely dog here, but your explorer life doesn't give you time to take care of her. Ivan thinks of someone who would like to take care of her. Ah, we were talking about this when we hired him. El Vigilante. So that's slightly more tokens than if you send her to Pinkerton. So I guess we'll come at that from... Oh, this is one of those things where it's separated from all of the stuff to this side for no good reason. Whatever, we'll get to it. Oh, this guy. Hello, Explorer. I'm Othniel Horner. I came here because I heard fascinating tales about its fauna. As head of the Paleontology Club, I'm dying to see if the rumors of ancient fauna are true. This guy just says he's head of the Paleontology Club. Not like the Paleontology Club of a certain place, or I'm imagining like of a university or something. Okay, so if we see dinosaurs, we are to come back here. And if we come back to him with stories of at least 3 different dinosaur encounters, I believe, he gives us a treasure. I'm pretty sure that's what we found out last time, so we'll definitely want to do that. The crew is walking through the wilderness when suddenly they hear barking coming from over the hill ahead. When your crew reaches the top of the hill, they look out over a field full of obstacles. It seems to be some sort of facility where the anti-explorers train their dogs. Oh, Brutus, you magnificent hound! Go fetch that stick one more time. Brutus brings back the stick to his obviously proud master. Top dog, Brutus. It seems we still have some visitors on our beautiful estate. That's just splendid, as you still need a playmate for the rest of the day. That's... You know, that's not even that threatening, really. It's just a dog. Dogs love us. Everybody loves us. Yep, and there's even a positive outcome here. The dogs become your friends. Okay, so these guys are not weak to... They are not weak to impress, but... Obviously... We can still just blow them out the old-fashioned way. Unfortunately, they're actually strong against... Oh, that was actually not very smart. I should have moved Padrino over here first. Because of the... Yeah. I bet the extra damage from this guy having the speech defense reduction aura on him would have been sufficient to do to be the difference. So how many dogs do we have? 3? Okay. Padrino? I'm sorry, buddy. I feel real dumb. Alright, so we'll put Ivan in the tall grass. He gets plus armor on difficult terrain because he is a fighter. And then we're going to drop the great big physical attack here. We'll go friendly out. I really am very curious about his Vow of Peace story, and I'm super bummed that we didn't have the opportunity to try it out here. I'm pretty sure I mentioned at the beginning of the run. It's just, it's tricky because we have so many cards unlocked now that it's actually very difficult to assure that any particular card will show up. Especially if it's something that you really need to show up early. So, how am I going to do this? What do I want to do here? I think the trick here is we're going to use Party Time as a heal. I could just cheer. Cheer would be sufficient. But they've kind of lined themselves up for a good party time. Actually, there's no way to hit more than 2 of them. What a bummer. Also, I have to leave this guy in the open if I do that. I mean, I guess I could have Hildegard finish him off. Because, I'm thinking what I want to do is... Oh, this is tricky because these hexes are so abnormally shaped. If I stand Ivan in the tall grass over here, then in order for party time to hit him, it has to be right here, which is only actually adjacent to that guy. Tricky. Hildegard maybe doesn't need it. Everybody in the party has great speech defense, actually. Oh, I'm so unsure. Alright, well, let's, I suppose, move Ivan out of the tall grass. He doesn't really need to be there. They're not speech attacking him anyway. That's a fair point. Hildegard is just going to stay put. We have 7 resolve. Even if I kind of screw this up, we'll be okay. Oh no, it didn't finish off either of them. That was not the intended result. Okay, this is going to be a little ugly. Like I said before, if we boot a little bit of resolve, it's not the end of the world. Obviously, I would like to not lose any before we get toward the final battles. I do appreciate everybody attacking Padrino. Okay, the dogs are immune to impress. But we can definitely take care of them. So if Ivan can take down this dog, which is a thing that I think we should be able to get happening here. Come on, 80%. Yeah, then we don't have to cheer at all, because there will only be 1 enemy left. And now we've made friends with a pack of dogs, or at least in the very near future, we will have made friends with a pack of dogs. And hopefully those dogs will follow us around the island, offering to play with everyone we meet, charming the pants off of them, and making our encounters easier. Probably not, though. Probably we're just going to get some extra tokens or something. The dogs become your friends. Cool. The dogs crowd around you. Their excitement for you is greater than their loyalty. Soon, all but 1 are around you. The elitist watches as the last dog walks toward you. You too, Brutus. You say your goodbye to the dogs and leave them with the elitists, who start to cry. Some friends we are just abandon them immediately. Another patch of grasslands covered in thin fog. There's a very high concentration of wildlife here. Everywhere you look, you notice rodents, exotic birds, and scurrying amphibians. Hildegard doesn't like it one bit. She's a naturalist. She should love this. The weird thing is that you also find a lot of unknown predator tracks, while the animals don't seem scared at all. And because Ivan's a level 5 athlete, he's able to catch a few rare birds. That's pretty cool. This field has weird geological properties. If it wasn't for the numbing mist, you could conduct full research. However, a small study won't hurt. I agree. Hooray for geology. Remarkable. Hildegard concludes that the geographical layers we're seeing here normally only come up after big earthquakes or are deep underground. Interesting. Sort of. That's kind of interesting. Alright, so 300 renown, or... yeah, none of these are going to give me 300 renown, that's for sure. Ivan hears through a seagull courier that you have been selected by the British Science Society to write about your findings for their biannual pamphlet. Your scientific credibility will result in renown. Okay. I'm cool with that. We should be pretty good at this. This is the climbing the mountain thing, yeah. Plus 25% from all level 4 athletes, plus 25% from all level 4 survivalists. The view from the top of that volcano must be amazing. Let's head up there. The island sure is covered by that numbing fog. Interestingly, some places seem particularly foggy. Something must be hidden there. If only there was a way to lift the fog. Okay, so this is going to mark out the dinosaur locations. We might actually be able to hit the dinosaurs and go back and get the treasure from that guy, depending on where the objectives pop up after we do the land delver thing. With a rough sketch of the island, the crew continues its journey in search for the anti-explorers. They must have something to hide here. Maybe it's a secret base or a weapon of mass destruction. Yeah, those both seem like reasonable guesses. Lucky, the anti-explorers have left some supplies here. They must have been too busy with their super secret mission. I'm trying really hard to get to the... I guess we'll just go through this blank node. Alright, here we are. The cause of the rumble must be nearby. What will you find? The ground trembles and an ominous noise is getting louder. The crew is getting more and more nervous. Pedrino moves some leaves aside to reveal... What is this infernal machine? It's being guarded by plenty of anti-explorers as well. An obvious leader figure notices your arrival. As is customary, I will do a voice for this guy that is probably not a voice that I have ever done for him before. The mysterious man orders everyone in a peculiarly soft voice. Barnacles, we've been found. The plan must continue, and my identity cannot be revealed. Went a little more Sith that time. The figure pulls some levers on the machine. What is this madman doing? Why, he's activating a weird force field, out of which the mysterious leader escapes quickly. But before your crew can reach him, the anti-explorers block your path. We can't let you catch our supreme scientist! Yeah. Listen, I'm not even interested. I want to fight tyrannosaurs, man. Okay, so... 2 dogs, sharpshooter, 2 of these guys. Fortunately, we know that we can just bomb one of these guys out of the fight immediately. Because Hildegard is the greatest. Fighting the Tyrannosaur might be tricky. This may turn out to be a difficult plan. Yeah, I think it behooves us not to have minus 20 armor when the dogs get here. And hopefully that will have... Oh no, never mind. I was going to say hopefully that will have given that guy enough negative frame of mind that Pedrino won't push him all the way up into excited. But it doesn't matter, because Pedrino depletes his spirit entirely anyway. Man, these guys hit fairly hard. The amount of armor that he has on, doing 20 damage is actually pretty impressive. Okay, I think we can kind of ignore her, probably. She's strong against all of our attacks. I mean, I could just have Ivan throw a punch. Yeah, let's soften her up a little bit. Vow of peace. So here's the question. These guys are immune to Impress. Do I want to bother going for party time? No, let's not. Let's just make sure we get one of them. Ah, she can. Set up those big defensive bonuses. I was afraid she wasn't going to be able to reach him. So she, with the bonus, she has slightly more armor than Ivan has by default. Okay, so Padrino, stand forth and deliver. Aw. Oh, she can't quite get into the regen zone. Well, I can stand so that the other lady can't either. Alright, and I want to do this in part because I don't actually want to end the turn friendly yet. Ooh, I don't want to do that either. I think I'm actually just going to pass the turn. Right, if I go minus 20 armor... No, let's hit her. Let's try to accumulate the friendly points as quickly as possible. I'm a little concerned that she might be able to down Padrino here. Hopefully not. He has a pretty good dodge. Ah, she went for it. Insufficient. Right, move Padrino over for the aura and blow her away. You know, when you really think about it, I totally understand how beating somebody up can get them to change their mind. Your powers of persuasion must be so impressive to get people to give up on the cause that they've dedicated themselves to in favor of your own cause. We're like diplomatic superheroes, man. We might have literal mind control powers. That might be a thing. Your positive behavior has left the anti-explorers confused. I don't know what to believe anymore. Most explorers are greedy people who leave a trail of destruction, but Ivan seems genuinely nice. They sit quietly, evaluating their life decisions. Now, how are we going to get out of this force field? Well, it's clear that the machine is generating the force field. The mysterious leader trapped you while getting away. Pretty clever to cover his back. So we can try to push... Oh, you know what? This make one of the anti-explorers work it option, I think carries a resolve penalty. If you don't finish that encounter friendly. Can we do this? Ooh, no, probably not. Minus 15 speech defense. This gives minus 10 armor, and we're planning on fighting an entirely physical challenge. I think we're still doing this, though. These other things are just too hard. Like, this one is maximum 60%, or 55, right? The tools only give 25. Maximum 55%, like, that's definitely not worth doing. Nobody's willing to risk any wrong moves with this infernal machine. Continuing on your previous victory, Ivan politely asks a confused anti-explorer to lift the force field, and he agrees. Well, okay, but I don't know if you'll like this. He lifts the force field and gives you a rare machine part, and also 2 supplies, which is less than you get for some of the other options. 100 renown is definitely more than we get from 10 gold tokens. Yeah, 13% of gold as renown. The earth shakes intensely. The machine makes a terrible noise and blows out an enormous amount of steam. The pink fog that caused sleepiness all around the island is disappearing. We've seen this plenty of times. I'm sure I don't need to read all through it. One of the things is down there. If that's the T-Rex, that would be fantastic. Force field and Project Jurassic Sleep are down. Stage 2 initiated. The Land Delver is going to drag the island into the center of the Earth. Alright, within mere days, the island is going to have a gigantic force field around it and be dragged to the bottom of the ocean and beyond. Man, that's a crazy... Every time, it still strikes me as crazy. Obviously, we'll be exploring. We have a few leads. We can follow the anti-explorer leader, we can check the spot marked on a map hanging on the machine, or we can follow the secret document that talks about a terrible beast, which is definitely the thing we are doing. Ah, that one over there is the anti-explorer leader. Okay, this isn't what we want either. So where is our target? That's a little awkward. We do have 14 supplies, though. Alright, so this has a treasure at it. I guess we'll go, like... We can go to here, then here, then here, get this treasure, come back around this way and sort of work around and up to it. I don't know if... We have 14 supplies. That's a lot. We can probably do this. So this path is actually the same length, since we'll get a supply for this. We may as well just go to here. This is as terrifying as it is amazing. The sight before you conclusively proves the continued existence of dinosaurs. A pack of colorful-looking raptors who seem somehow friendly. That's what they usually are. Jurassic Park gives them a real bad rap, but really, honestly, they're pretty cool. They're like real chill dudes. Okay, so... Hildegard. Yep, Hildegard will get this guy down. The predicted damage only shows the damage of the first impress. So as long as that looks like about 2/3, then you're all good. I think I'll just be able to buff Padrino with this guy. And unfortunately, we're going to have to leave this raptor excited, which is not ideal. These guys have so much health. Really, really dangerous. Can we get... Yeah, we're definitely far enough away that we won't be taking any damage from the reinforcements. Okay, I think Padrino can finish this guy off. Maybe. Nope, not quite. Let's see if Ivan can get there. Nope. All he can do is say, duh. Well, can she... She can't get into range, so actually... We'll just... Oh, actually... Okay, no, if I move back to here, she's just barely in range of that raptor. I have a feeling she's going to be responsible for all four of the kills here. Oh, they're headed right for her. She's not afraid of you, although actually maybe she really should be. Alright, it's definitely... Actually, let's use Disarming Smile. First of all, I'll jump in front of her because she has lower armor than Padrino. And secondly, I will disarm this guy. Ah! No physical attacks for you. So I'll consign him to definitely using a speech attack. And then I'll put him in the excited state so that he does more damage with it. Brilliant plan. Okay, he's just fleeing. That's caught me by surprise. Yeah, I have to say that it's not what I was expecting. Alright, well, he's done for now. There's no way that he can get far enough away from Padrino, and actually Ivan might be able to pull it off. Apparently velociraptors, or sorry, not velociraptors, raptors of indeterminate type are really into books. Ivan tells that guy about his book collection. And the raptor just goes nuts. You successfully resolved the raptor threat. Hildegard notes the crew should never be caught off guard by the sneaky behavior of these raptors again. Alright, to cover more ground in less time, the crew splits up. One crew member is sent into the depths of the jungle. Ivan suspects she'll find something dangerous. Okay, so Padrino is a level 5 survivalist, but Ivan has both 5 athlete and 2 tactician, so I think we're going to send him out. Not too long after separating from the crew, Ivan hears a heavy sound. What's that? It's that predatory dinosaur. She's scavenging the carcass of a poor victim. An amazing sight, but near the carcass there's also treasure. You see a weird orb, which would make a fine treasure. This is the thing you do if you are a survivalist. We'll take the safe approach. A trap is too risky, and working on it might alert the predator. Ivan just sneaks around at a safe distance, looking for the best moment to strike. Ivan takes a moment to look at the loot. The orb is definitely the most interesting item, but there's also a good amount of valuables left behind, in addition to, you know, the freaking dinosaur. Let's just look for the perfect opportunity to strike. At some point, Ivan notices an opportunity to snatch the loot. The predator notices Ivan and charges blindly at him. Ivan can take advantage of the situation to finally snatch the loot, but failure will be painful. I'd like to not lose any more armor. I think we'll go for this one. 96% is pretty high. Excellent. By luring the dinosaur into tangled overgrowth, Ivan turns the dino's charge to his advantage. The predator trips and gets stuck. A brief moment of opportunity. Ivan takes the orb and quickly makes off with it. When the dinosaur is ready to strike again, Ivan is already at a safe distance. Look at all those tokens. I'm gonna... So these are... There's like 17, 18 status. 13% of that. Or 25% of like 8 research. I actually think this is more renown. I'm not going to do all the math because I'm lazy. With the loot in hand, Ivan returns to the crew and tells them all about his bravery and the predatory dinosaur. The crew admires his courage, but Padrino begs Ivan to be a bit more careful next time. Alright, I think we're going to have enough supplies to do the thing I want. Walking around such a primal and wild environment really gets the creative juices flowing. Maybe Hildegard should write a fiction novel where dinosaurs rule the world. Yeah, I guess, maybe. I don't know that that's really what you should be concerned about right at this moment. The crew is surprised by a loud sound. It sounds like a whale playing the tuba. Yep. That's exactly what it sounds like. The crew, having already been surprised by one too many times by the anti-explorers, is pretty jumpy. Maybe a survivalist can figure out the nature of this sound. This is weird. This crew member is superstitious, and so he gets minus 20% on this. Superstitiously determines the origin of the sounds. I don't think a little bit of lost speech defense will be that bad. I'm willing to take the chance for this one. Uh-oh. I know, we're okay. It sounds absolutely bonkers, but this sound must come from an unknown beast. Padrino leads the crew to the origin of the sounds through clever navigation. There, the crew finds... A herd of weird-looking dinosaurs are grazing in the meadow. Their head adornment is crazy, but it seems to be responsible for the sound. What a find! Hildegard wonders if you can make a cool hat that looks like that. That would be super spiffy. Actually, that would be kind of cool. You also find supplies. Sweet. Crew gazes all around the wonderful scenery until Ivan suddenly walks into a hard surface. It's an anti-explorer enforcer, and he doesn't look like a talking type. I think he'll find that he totally is. Also, I think it's ridiculous that Ivan like bumps into an anti-explorer, and Ivan's the one who's taken aback. He would just bowl that guy right over. Ivan's like a wall of Russian steel. Alright, so if we clear out friendly, they'll alert a sharpshooter squad. I've never actually seen that matter. It's only happened once or twice. Alright, well, Hildegard's gonna step back a little bit and then bomb this guy. Whoa! That dude has a very impressive Keanu Reeves impression. Ah, when we're tired, they have extra speech defense. Well, how do they feel about this? I remember, we've got this upgrade to do a little area damage, so the other dog will take a hit too here. Alright, I think Padrino can probably finish that off. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, that does leave Hildegard in front of the party, but I don't... The dogs, there's no way they can move far enough. Yeah, that's an incredible distance to cover. So Hildegard will be able to dispose of that guy. Yeah, she can get close enough. The voice acting is wonderful. So I can move Ivan to here. Move Pedrino to here. Throw the buff on him. And then finish moving him, and he's still actually not close enough to hit the dog. Oh, but I guess he can do this. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Because we don't have any devious points right now, so... adding 1 to the tally, or, yeah, shouldn't be too bad. And then... she can't damage the dog at all, but I think casting the ability still counts as for a point of friendliness. And I'm just going to do that to hedge my bets a little bit. Oh no, he's got his bonus speech defense because the mood is dire. I guess Pedrino might get bit. That's not a big deal. I don't know. Ivan doesn't have anything to contribute here. Alright, bring the sharpshooters on. We'll be friendly to them too. I really have no idea what will happen. I hope that it's not just an event that immediately makes me lose resolve. The anti-explorers hastily get away to alert the sharpshooter squad. Your crew is sure to pay more attention to where they walk. Yeah, alright, whatever. This is my concerned face. What an immensely dense jungle. Maybe a survivalist will be able to find something worth your time here. Yeah, maybe. Don't you dare hit that 3%, Pedrino. I will fire you out of a cannon into the sun. Well navigated indeed, Pedrino. Not only do you find some supplies, but also eggs. The crew wants to cook them, but Hildegard quickly remarks these eggs are special. They're dinosaur eggs. A fantastic find. I'm really more pleased about the 2 supplies, honestly. Alright, so... yeah, the idea is we'll, like, sweep around here. Yeah, we have plenty of supplies for this. The rumbling of the land delver uncovers something new. The crew looks up to a big rock formation covered with amazing plants the world has never seen before. Sadly, the same rumble that uncovered this place makes it dangerous. This would be a bad fail, but 91% is really high. There's a treasure hunt token. Those are worth good renown. I'm definitely playing with fire here. I should maybe stop doing that. Ivan climbs up and, with the help of Hildegard, picks some remarkable plants. Ivan upsets Hildegard a little by picking the pretty ones over more valuable plants, but all in all, it's a great haul. Ivan returns to the ground, safe and sound. So we're going to pick up another dinosaur sighting here. What a beautiful sight! The vast fields are populated by a herd of sauropods. Ivan thinks it's best for someone to investigate them while the others scan the field for other curios. A survivalist or quick thinker? Well, I guess it'll be Pedrino then. What a day to be alive! The sauropods are magnificent, and this area is an oasis of peace compared to all the other places where the land delver is making noise. What will Pedrino do with this unique opportunity? Yeah, okay, let's climb a dinosaur. That's a great idea. Pedrino, you're an idiot. Without startling the herd somehow, Pedrino climbs up the neck of a sauropod. With some basic animal handling, he manages to reach the sauropod's head. The view is simply astonishing. When climbing down, Pedrino realizes that the fact he climbed a dinosaur's neck is probably even more baffling. Yeah, I agree. That's pretty weird. That's pretty weird that that was able to happen. What a day to be alive! Let's observe them. Pedrino observes the herd's behavior with great interest. concludes that the group consists of animals of mixed ages. They seem pretty social, maybe to protect themselves from predators. Pedrino can't wait to share these findings with the rest of the crew. There is zero chance that Hildegard didn't already figure that out, dude. Pedrino returns to tell the crew everything about the sauropods. Hildegard's even a little bit jealous of Pedrino's close encounter. The crew hasn't been idle either. They conducted some research on the fields while Pedrino was away. A good day indeed. Yeah, seems pretty good. In front of a large stretch of high grass, you find an anti-explorer. He's making weird screeches aimed at the high grass. Uh-oh, I remember what this is. Hey guy, what's up? Forgive my foreign language. I was just trying to call out to my four-legged friends out there. It's all about emitting the right energy. You see, I'm a dog whisperer. The name's Owen Millen. Pleased to meet you. Ah, I hear them coming now. You will stay until their arrival. This is definitely supposed to be in the quotation marks. Alright, we don't have to do anything, Owen. You're not the boss of us. And there's very little chance that you're any of our real dads, except maybe, I guess, Hildegard's. Hard to say, really. That could be the case. Alright, so Ivan doesn't contribute a ton. I think what we're going to do here is Ivan's going to throw out that thing. Let's get those friendly abilities buffed. So this guy is resistant to Impress. I think it makes sense to go for Excite first, so that we end the turn with him impressed. Basically, the tear there was between using the Excite for more damage like this and then impressing him to cover it up, or using the Impress even though it doesn't do that much damage, and then getting the boosted Excite damage off of the Impress. But this guy has enough health that we're going to get to do the... We're going to get to do the ladder on the next turn anyway. Alright. A pack is arriving next turn. I am not concerned about that. We're going to have this guy down in no time. So, Pedrino gets to bomb the heck out of him. We definitely have some pretty good damage output. There's a lot to be said for that strategy of just doing whatever gets you the most gold for the 4th expedition. And then buying 4,000 gold worth of items. Probably ought to be my strategy every time. Look at all the tokens. It's so beautiful. That was close. You managed to get away before getting too close with Owen's feral friends. Should I have tried to see the dinosaurs? I actually don't know. Ah, whatever. Oh, this is going to be kind of a pain. Alright, we're going to have to, like... I want to do this node, so it's going to be like here, then here, then here, then here. We still have 11 supplies. It'll be fine. A winged dinosaur sitting on top of a treasure chest. Huh. So... It's just a point of resolve. Am I going to need 7 resolve for the dinosaur? There's not really a penalty to this one, aside from the resolve loss. I think I'm just going to go for it. If I end up dying on the T-Rex with him low, then we'll know why. Oh well. Pedrino boldly charges the reptile to steal the gold, but he comes back with a flock of these flying freaks chasing him. The crew has no choice but to flee the scene. Oh well. At least we encountered the dinosaur. That's what matters. These grasslands are very fertile, and small edible plants are growing everywhere. You can significantly restock your supplies. There are even some potatoes. Yummy. I do love potatoes. Yes, truffles. By now, Ivan knows who likes truffles the most. Renowned explorer Goodman is a big truffle fan in particular. Pinkerton only uses medicinal truffles. You know, for his hairline. This is weird. That's a weird... Okay, whatever. Right? I'm not the only one. That's strange, isn't it? Oh, hey, the hidden hoard. Neat. I think treasure hunt is the way to go here. For renown purposes. Alright, so we need to get back to this node. Your crew is walking through the wilderness when suddenly they hear barking, but there's another sound as well. Oh, this is where the dog training facility. Before your very eyes, you observe a bizarre situation. The field is overrun with raptors, but also dogs? They seem to be playing together. The raptors seem to be teaching something to the anti-explorer's dogs. When they see you, they start running toward you, full of excitement. They will never let you leave. It got real ominous real fast. Okay, obviously we'll be friending it up even without the fact that, yeah, you know, dog friend, raptor friend, everybody loves us. A fast and fierce dog. Okay, so this actually kind of sucks. The ground that we started on is so overgrown that we can't actually get close to the dinosaurs. Okay, well, run over this away, and we'll do the standard Padrino buff play. Click. Okay, there we go. It's weird. It was like it wasn't registering which hex my mouse is in for a moment there. And then we're going to dance swap. Alright, so now Hildegard's right on top of them with 96 speech defense. Hopefully she'll be able to draw their fire a little bit. Nope. Nope, they really want Padrino. That's fine. He's buffed as well. Oh yeah, they both went for him. I guess it was nice of them to charge back into the speech defense reducing aura. Alright, Hildegard. Blow this guy out. You know, it says completely captivated, but that look on his face was sort of more horrified. Alright, this is maybe a little bit risky. Putting Padrino in a dangerous position here. Can I finish this guy off? Yeah. Alright, we'll use the attack that's actually guaranteed to hit. Okay, I think Padrino should be able to stand 2 attacks. Oh. Switching gears a little bit. Are they both going for Ivan? Yep. They do so love to gang up. Alright, well, Padrino can definitely... Ooh. Oh, that's right, he has bonus speech defense. Come on, Ivan. Oh, Ivan, you suck. Alright, I think... Yep, we're just gonna endure one attack with Ivan at a dangerously low health. I could have charmed him, or I could have cheered him, but it's possible that the dinosaurs would have focused on Padrino, or... if they had both attacked the same person, they still might have been able to down them, as long as it wasn't Ivan. So I think that the thing I did is not actually more dangerous than just using Hildegard's turn healing. Alright. Everybody's friends, all species, everyone. No more biting. You actually managed to form a bond with these feral animals. Hildegard had never expected this to be possible. That's weird, that's not the normal blue that they use for study. The dogs and raptors seem to be communicating by barking and screeching at each other in turn. Then they turn to you. They want you to follow? Was Timmy fallen in the prehistoric well? You follow the raptors along a nearly invisible trail through thick bushes. Only these creatures that lived here for so long could have shown you this. Arriving at a clearing, a raptor screeches something to the dogs, after which they start digging. Oh, hey, a thing. After a minute or two, Brutus brings you an interesting bone. It's part of an elaborate fossil, which you continue to excavate yourself. It shows 2 dinosaur-like creatures entangled in a death grip. Ivan establishes that one is of the raptor species, and the other is a Protoceratops. She dubs this fossil the Fighting Dinosaurs. Nice fetch, Brutus. Wow, that is nice. That's awesome. The wages of friendliness right here. Alright, let's go give that guy some information here. Hey, it turns out we did see some spectacular fauna. Some really weird stuff, man. Check this out. I was chased by a hunter theropod. Othniel is impressed by Ivan's courage. Oh my, you escaped a hunter dinosaur that big? You must be one spiffy explorer. That's like the second time we've seen the word spiffy just on this expedition. Now a hunter of that size and look, let's call it an Allosaurus. Yes, what a great discovery. It sure is. Yeah, also we saw a winged reptile stealing a treasure chest. That was pretty weird. Othniel's astounded. A big winged reptile? Really? Well, we can't call that a dinosaur now, can we? Let's call this one a pterosaur, and this specific specimen a pteranodon. What a discovery! You found more interesting fauna? We did, man. Othniel's practically exploding with enthusiasm. Good heavens, a whole pod? I thought I sensed tremors. Let's call these Apatosauri. Oh, what a fantastic day, and what a discovery! The man is absolutely overjoyed. You have brought me so much valuable information, I have to reward you for this. Please take this very rare Archaeopteryx fossil. I'm sure you have a good place for it. We have so many treasures from this expedition. Ooh, wow, yeah. Now excuse me, good explorer. I need to take my boat out of here before I disappear with this island. Best of luck to you. I mean, how did he know about the thing? This dude has been creeping along 10 inches behind us the entire time, and somehow we didn't notice. Alright, time to head toward the exit. You stand eye to eye with a pack of mean-looking raptors. Pedrino tries to win a staring contest with them when one of the raptors starts acting weird. Is it asking for pity? No time to find out. The other raptors start taunting you. Don't give in. So these ones are probably devious, is my guess. Yeah, you get a secret token while we're still doing it friendly, because this has got to be more renowned than a secret token. Encounter tokens alone are worth a ton for us. So what is the deal? They are weak to Sadden and Terrify, which we have some access to. This is kind of an awkward position. The bottleneck makes it tricky. Well, she doesn't even need you to be weak to impress. You get there the old-fashioned way. You know what? I think we will. We'll go ahead and weaken them both while feeding them both some extra speech power. Man, they segged out of that quickly. That's okay, apparently nobody can hit Pedrino anymore. He's got too much grit now. And then also we've got... Man, some of these encounters really just a lot of hit points worth of enemies. Fortunately, these guys are total pushovers. Oh. Pedrino's not going to get there. Well, let's do this thing. Pedrino's damage plus 25% is way more than Pedrino's plus Ivan's. I bet. Aw. Still insufficient, though. Well, maybe we'll get lucky and Ivan will be able to take this guy down. That'd make things a little bit easier. Come on, Ivan, you can do it, we believe. Yeah, tell him about your bear. Back at the Abbey, you had this bear, and it wore a traditionally Russian style of hat. I don't actually know what that kind of hat is called. Oh, wait, maybe I do. Is that what a Nushanka is? That might be a Nushanka. That's like... I know 3 things about Russia, and one of them is that there is a hat called a Ushanka that is traditionally associated with Russia. Alright, well, this went easily enough. Unfortunately, there's not a lot to say about these combats. We're not having to make a lot of decisions. The party's speech defense and speech power are strong enough that we're basically just kind of running at the enemies and mashing our attacks at their faces. Things will be a little bit more complicated when dealing with the boss monster. It will not be quite so kind, I think. Our friendly approach has proven its worth. We actually have, like, way too many supplies. This is crazy. crew is able to distance itself from these sympathetic raptors. It's sad that you have to leave them like this. I don't think it is. Don't fall for that. Oh, we're going to go out of our way and pick up some more tokens. We've seen so many absolutely astonishing things that Hildegard starts to see the connections. This discovery opens up so many new roads. Are there more of these islands? Is the Yeti actually real? How much does Rivaloon know about all this? We should probably do an adventure that ends in Shangri-La just to see how the treasures in Shangri-La have been rebalanced and everything. And the reason I thought about that, in case you're not aware, is that there is a Yeti encounter that sometimes spawns there. This island is not only rich with biodiversity, it also holds plenty of semi-precious stones. The crew quickly gathers some. Well, we still got plenty of supplies to play with. We'll just kind of wander around over here. So this is a node. With the mist gone, this place is an excellent location to conduct some geological research. A stone pit in the middle of the field is particularly interesting. Yep, I don't care about booting speech defense at this point. The stone pit is full of geological secrets. Hildegard confirms one geological theory after another from these layers. The crew literally has to drag Hildegard away from the pit, and we're really upset about it. Has she forgotten that the island is going to disappear? I guess that's true. She is sort of endangering everyone's life. Fair enough. Alright, so we'll go to here. You've never seen rocks like this. You don't find rocks like this anywhere in the world. They're so rocky. They have a certain je ne sais quoi to them. You take a sample to c'est quoi. Cool. Rocks. Let's move on. It's like they knew exactly what I was going to say ahead of time. The fauna here is fantastic. The crew takes some time to pick some medicinal herbs. Hildegard jokes that they were probably planted here by giants. Shouldn't that be, the flora here is fantastic? Alright, here we go. Let's see what this terrible monster is. The jungle is thick, but you see plenty of pink fog vents coming from the ground. Whatever the land delver was holding down here with Project Jurassic Sleep, it was something huge. Pedrino stops everyone. He's heard a weird sound. A sheep? Here? Why do these guys show up everywhere? The sheep is tied to a pole. It hasn't noticed you yet. And we don't have a choice. Alright. Ivan and Pedrino will get 10 speech defense from doing this. That will not matter at all. Actually, that's not true. The dinosaur does have one speech attack. It has a roar, so I guess this matters a little bit. We can't leave that poor thing here. The sheep is very happy to be freed. Maybe a bit too happy. It keeps making noises. Pedrino tries to calm down the happy fellow, but the noise is attracting trouble. Something is coming. Something big. I want a sheep party member so bad. It's a gargantuan predatory dinosaur. It looks very, very dangerous. Ivan says he had heard about these dragons. They apparently spit fire. God help us all. Ivan, you do not know what you are talking about, man. Everyone starts running in panic, as no one knows how to fight this monstrosity. The sheep you just freed is nowhere to be seen already, so the giant dinosaur instantly starts chasing you. Ivan is both excited and terrified at the same time with this monumental find. Now you just need to survive or find a way to deal with it. The crew runs at full speed. Soon a first opportunity arises, a fallen tree stretching over a ravine. An athletic crew might win some crucial time in a spectacular way by crossing the ravine. So we'll get 40% bonus odds for the coming challenge. We're going to use our tools somewhere during this sequence. I don't know where. I don't think I want to spend it now on an 80%. The game's going to make me regret that. Oh yeah! I kind of got to a little bit of a Kool-Aid Man place. Oh yeah! The crew balances its way over the log, the dinosaur hot on their trail. Hildegard almost falls when the monster crushes the fallen tree, but heroically jumps toward the ledge. The monster has to walk around, winning you precious seconds. What a story! Take that, you fat prehistoric purse! I know that they're saying that because, you know, his hide and whatever, but I'm gonna start calling people purses. The non sequitur of it will probably be, anyway, Ivan thinks about how to turn this around. You just need a little more time. Then another choice presents itself. You could push a boulder to block off the valley, or you could navigate a hill where steam is escaping from the ground. Both could win you much needed time. So I think this should be an athlete check and this should be a survivalist check. So we have 81% on that. Or 86 on this. Also, this increases odds by 20%. Is this the same thing? 40%, actually. You know, with this increasing the odds by so much, maybe it's worth it to tool here just to make sure we get this? Yeah, let's do it. While the rest of the crew hurries on, Ivan boldly climbs the cliff to the boulder. With tremendous strength, he pushes the boulder and blocks the dinosaur's path. The fat lizard has to waste time bashing it away. Ivan even finds some precious stones near the cliff, and gets a treasure hunt because he gets treasure hunt tokens from athlete rolls now. Ivan's had enough of running. It's time to turn around and face that horrible monster. Maybe with the lead you gathered, the crew can find a way to gain a definite tactical advantage. I'm sad. I should have saved the tool. Alright, come on. Please. Alright, looks good. Ivan composes a great idea from all the observations. The monster doesn't seem to be so clever and is easily distracted. The crew should keep on distracting the beast. That will enrage him more easily and improve your grit. With this tactic, the crew is ready to face its formidable opponent. So that's, passing that series of checks is really good. I managed to do this once off camera. The effect is that the dinosaur gets this debuff. Minus 20 armor, and plus 50% damage taken from enraged speeches, and everyone in the crew... I thought there was a grit buff associated, maybe I'm mistaken. Anyway, we're in a good place. I'm happy about it. So I think what we're going to do, first thing we do, is run over here and... Oh, we enrage him first. That's what we do. So... Here's a question. He's not strong against... Okay, no, he is strong against stuff, but nothing we're going to use. Here's the question. If I lead with Impress, so that he takes more damage from speech attacks, then Pedrino's Enrage is going to hit him super, super hard. And then Ivan can throw Pinning Strike. And, oh, he might not actually be enraged, though. He might not be in the enraged state because Hildegard will move him up twice. Alright, so let's just... I was thinking about doing that, doing Impress, then throwing Try to Enrage, and then trying to do the thing to hold him still in one place and make sure Ivan's the only one adjacent to him, so he bites Ivan. And then next turn, doing Disarming Smile, so there's a turn where he can't physical attack in the middle of that. But I think I'm trying to be too fancy here. Let's just throw Disarming Smile now. We'll get stuff rolling. Wow, that's pretty good damage considering he's not even weak against it. It's also really nice that the second hit of the Impress can benefit from the damage bonus off the first hit. So, we'll turn off his ability to physical attack for a turn. And then Ivan punches him. I think just a normal hit. And this way, we're not in the stance where we're losing armor. It won't matter for this turn, but it'll matter for future turns. And we can just try to friendly out from here, I think. Should work. Pedrino needs to stay on him for the minus speech defense aura. Yeah, we're really dishing it out pretty quickly here. She did 176 damage there. That's so crazy. I think we need to start really committing on the friendly thing here. He's actually taking damage so quickly that I'm a little worried. Keeping him in place doesn't actually control him very well. I guess Hildegard has the lowest armor. It would be nice if he couldn't catch her. And it is the most damage that Ivan can deal. Yeah, this guy is coming apart at the seams here. Okay, 32 is a lot of damage, I'm not gonna lie. Uh-oh. I completely removed all of our points of friendliness. I'm going to intentionally not lead with the what do you call it? I'm going to intentionally not lead with Impress, because I don't want to, wow, 95 points. I don't want to kill him without transferring us over into friendly attitude. Okay, so we'll lead next turn with Ivan. And then that way, even if we do kill him on the next attack... Ooh. Wow. Lead this turn with Ivan's friendliness. Okay, and this way, the killing blow will push us into friendly. We're at 6 and 9. Okay, yeah, we're fine. We got it. I don't really need to finish friendly. Probably, yeah. Oh wow, we gained so many points of friendly for even the last hit with it. This was a really powerful party, even though we never actually got the Ivan thing online. Monster tamed? Yeah, sure. We'll just throw him in the airwolf copter, you know. The crew tamed the monster. It's making purring noises and following you around. Padrino decides to name him Cutiosaurus Rex. You can tell that Padrino has no naturalist training. It wants to leave the island, which is about to be dragged into the center of the Earth. You can't let such a find disappear from the surface of the Earth. No, I agree. What will Ivan do with the dinosaur? He'll behave. That's the same options. Yeah, he'll behave. We're gonna take him on. You know, we'll get a big dog bowl for him. It'll be cool. All right, 40 renown for each level of survivalist is a pretty clear winner. That's a decent score. The island will gain a permanent force field and be dragged into the center of the Earth in a few minutes. You've got to leave now. The blimp lifts off just before the force field gets too strong. As your crew looks down, the island is dragged into the ocean. Many mysteries are left unsolved. Who was the mysterious leader? What was that dot marked on the land delver? But you took with you what the anti-explorers hope to keep hidden, the terrifying dinosaur. Oh, he is a big cutie. He is not terrifying. I know he's a big cutie because we named him that. Yeah, this is spectacular. Look at that. So we know that if you do the Raptor Queen event, you can get 2 treasures, right? You can get the living crystal from the lake, and then also get the Raptor Queen. So if you did all of these things and then the Raptor Queen, you would get 8 treasures on the final expedition. They're not all worth a fantastic amount of renown. There's a couple hundreds in here, but on the whole, this is very impressive. Yeah, look at that. Look at that renown value, man. We're just going to sit here and watch this count up. I'm not going to fast forward. I want to see the real value. Sometimes when you hit continue, it doesn't total things up correctly on this screen. And I do want to see what the final numbers are. Especially all the encounter tokens we got. Should be worth quite a lot of renown. Wow. We picked up 76 study tokens? Yeah, look at it go. Jeez, this island alone was not a terrible score. 3265. A gracious giver. Yeah, 6515 is a pretty okay score. This year's most renowned explorer ceremony didn't go exactly as planned. Uh-oh, wait, what's this? The dinosaur you took with you wasn't exactly the Cutiosaurus Rex I even thought it would be. This is so cool, it actually has a unique ending. When you arrived in London, the monster started to ravage the city. It was a terrible, terrible sight. Sorry, citizens of London. Aww. We can all manage without a few houses and national monuments, but the worst thing is that Rivaloo is the one who stopped the dinosaur. Oh, that does suck. Now he's being knighted by the Queen and receiving the honor of the Victoria Cross. The highest title anyone can get in the Commonwealth. Everyone loves him. The only plus side of this is that he can't make it to the ceremony. Yeah, I guess that's... Boy, that's the silver lining on a dark, dark cloud. Pinkerton, who is a bit startled by the incident, comes to comfort you. Well, at least that dinosaur was enough to get you unanimous praise for your exploration efforts. The Most Renowned Explorer is a humble title compared to the Most Awesome Person Ever award, but at least it's yours. Rivaloo got the Most Awesome Person Ever award? I want that. Alright, well. you know what? It was a successful run. Things went pretty well. We still haven't managed to see what the sheep event is in the Highlands, but overall, I'd say this is pretty good. We don't get the card screen anymore. I have all the cards unlocked. I do want to see something real quick. Just how does this compare to? All right, pretty close. I've had a couple of higher scoring runs, but that's pretty close. You'll notice gold showing up a lot in these things. They've rebalanced the game quite a bit since the early days. I know. I think I probably said something at some point about how science was like the king. The Anna in the lead of the crew focus hardcore on science. Used to be like the way to get a really impressive score, but it looks like they've changed the balance quite a bit since then. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of Renowned Explorers International Society. Come back next time. Monday. Monday is when it's happening. I swear. For more adventures. If you have an idea, something you'd like to see, drop it in the comments below. Every time I say drop it in the comments below, I make a little gesture with my hand. I point downward. You guys can't see me. I don't have a webcam. Leave it in the comments below. And until then, see you next time.